Shalom, Israel, with the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. And you know what time it is. It's the Lord's 57th annual Passover. And it's going to be held in Houston, Texas on April 4th. Don't forget, bring your family, bring your friends. Because this is going to be the time that so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans can come under one roof in one house and to serve the Lord. It's that time. $200 per person. Don't forget, over the age of 17. Don't forget the Lord's Passover. It's coming.
Kingdoms ours, all the heathens forbidden. The chosen bow down to no one. It was written.
It's that time of year. We're going to be in Houston, Texas from April 1st to April 5th, celebrating the Lord's 57th annual Passover under Commanding General Yohana. Jam-packed, full of events, line dances, fishing, horseback riding, rides for the kids, bounce houses, and the annual lamb slaughter held at the BH Ranch. And it ain't no party like the all-black party, the annual all-black party. 14149 Player Street in Houston, Texas. You know it's gonna be lit. All leading up to Saturday, April 4th, the Lord's 57th annual Passover. You still got time. Go to ISUPK.com to pay your Passover fee. 18 and over, $200. You do not want to miss the Lord's 57th annual Passover. Houston, Texas. Shalom.
We got black Latinos and Native Americans. When the Lord says that our kingdom is to come, as long as we follow the law, statutes, and commandments.
I got the camera bag, I'm the cameraman. If shit getting active, I'ma stand it down. We taking ground, call the ambulance. That shit go. Look. If shit go, look, you best get right, or you'll get, look, you got that, right, that shit go. If you got a problem, we'll handle it. Niggas acting hard, you better stand on it. We on every corner, we stamping it. You better get your life for this king shit. We ain't playing around, there's no cowards, dog. If niggas charged up, you get powered off. Rude of speech, keep it raw. It ain't my fault that you niggas soft. It ain't my fault that these niggas frauds. It ain't my fault that them niggas rats. If your colors fly, you don't get that shit go. Look. If shit go, look, you best get right, or you'll get, look, you got that. That shit go, look. If shit go, look, you best get right, or you'll get, look, you got that, right, that shit go.
B-Raw, wanna go to war, gotta hop into the van. Tryna cut the semen, something you don't understand. Getting checked from my betterment, better take it like a man. Nigga, how you walk away for camp? If you willing to die, you better be willing to stand. Take a trip around the world, see a bunch of corners held by them UPK niggas. All them UPK niggas go to camp. And I'm on Shamar here, hanging out the car window when I pull up straight to the battlefield. And I'ma make sure niggas make it back home. Say, nigga, what you thought? Whether anything moving, I be on. Gotta remind them, we nothing like them niggas that you saw. If you hear back up, that'll be your last time to get out the way. The price to pay before.
That shit go.
Nah, for real though.
Look. If shit go, look, you best get right, or you'll get, look, you got that, right. That shit go, look.
Nah, for real though.
Look. If shit go, look, you best get right, or you'll get, look, you got that.
Y'all gonna swim y'all south.
right. All right. All right. Here we go. Shalom. Shalom, Israel. This is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, One West, started out in Palm, New York on 125th Street. We are not affiliated with any other Israelite group or Christian church. We teach the truth about the Bible, about the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians today. All right. And tonight, right, I'm here to bring out that being equal is not an option, right? Now look, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Before I get into it, right? Go ahead, salute some of these brothers and these sisters in here. All right. First we have Sister Hadasah. Shalom Yahashua Thon Bashmi Awashah. Sister Hadasah checking in from North Virginia. Shalom, you sis. All right. We have Sister Deborah. Shalom Yahashua Thon Bashmi Awashah checking in from Virginia. All right, we have Sister Ra'aya. Shalom Yahashua Thon Bashmi Awashah. Property of 1,000 Tazakara checking in. Chester, Virginia. We have Akwat Zara. Shalom Yahashua Thon Bashmi Awashah checking in from Chester, Virginia. I'm Tawab. My shalom to you. I'm Tawab. Tawab for asking. We have Officer Taza Kara. Shalom Yahab Bashmi Awashah Brakatah. Also 1,000 of Kara checking in from Chester, Virginia. All right. We have Sister Zarha. Shalom Yahashua Thon Bashmi Awashah. Property River Officer 50 Yabakar checking in from North Virginia. All right, we have Officer Yabakar, Shalom, Yahabashim Yashar Bakatah, Officer Yabakar checking in from North Virginia. Damn right. It's been a while. All right. Also, Shalom, Yahabashim Yashar Bakatah, Officer Yaqua. Know what I'm saying? What's good with you, bro? What's good with you, brother? Right. That's what's up. That's what's going on. So look, right? Being equal, right? Being equal is not an option. You know, it's funny, man, because right now you see the state of America. The state of America is like in a panic. I want to say panic mode, right? They seeing Trump and the U.S. and Iran going back and forth. All these things that's going back and forth. All these he say she say of politics of these things going back and forth. And one thing that I'm recognizing that is a lot of our people is lost. Why they lost? Because they like, oh Lord, let's pray for America. Oh Lord, let's pray for this. Pray for that. America is this, America is that. Not knowing that Babylon is falling, not knowing that a prophecy is being fulfilled, right? Not knowing that a prophecy is being fulfilled. A lot of our loved ones in the world, man, our brothers and sisters in the world, they find that they are in fear. They are in fear of what's happening, right? But here in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, man, we know that this has to happen. We know that once the resolution of this is that we're gonna be on these chariots, right? We're gonna be entering into our kingdom, man, right? But this is the thing though. These Iranians, right? They is not scared to be unalived, right? They will put their children on the line. They will unalive their children. They will unalive themselves, right? They is willing to unalive for what they believe in, right? But here, the Christian church has put our brothers and sisters in Stockholm syndrome so much, right? That they are in fear of this empire falling, right? They are in fear of this. But on the other side, Allah Akbar, they is willing to unalive themselves, right? So this is a quick milk scripture, man. It's a quick milk scripture real quick before we get into it, man. Let me get Deuteronomy 76. Let me get some quick milk real quick. Just a little bit of milk. All right, just to get us started real quick before I go into being equal is not an option, right? being equal is not an option. All right. All right. So here we go. We got Deuteronomy 76. Some quick milk. All right. So Deuteronomy 76:4, which means what? For this reason, for thou art, right? Thou is Old English for you. For thou art in holy people. Holy means what? Separate people unto the most high power, right? The most high power have chosen thee to be a special people. Why are we in fear? Why are we in fear of what's going on with America? I'm seeing a whole lot of ads of Obama, vote April 21st, Virginia. We need this, we need that. But the whole time, these Epstein's files, right, revealing that our so-called leaders drinking blood, being a part of these different rituals, demonic rituals that they doing, worshiping Baal, right? They're doing all these things in these Epstein's file. Bill Clinton, Donald Trump, right? All these prolific so quote unquote leaders, man. That's what they doing, right? But they're the United States, our people, our brothers and sisters, man, has Stockholm syndrome so much, man, right? That they don't even realize that these leaders that's been put in place in America is actually doing these things. I'm hearing so much of, well, you gotta see the less of the evil. See the less of the evil. So even though these men is wicked, even though these women that's a part of this democracy, quote unquote, is wicked, we still gotta see the less evil in them, still see the good in them, right? Like it's like we prefer to be part of wicked people. Not we in the Israelite School University Practical Knowledge, but our so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians out there in that world they put their trust in this world, man. They put their trust in this world that if someone if one of these priests and prophets bring out Deuteronomy 76, they're gonna think that we brainwashed and that we wicked, that we're so much of a quote unquote hate group, right? So for thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God, right, have chosen thee to be a special people. We're chosen to be special. We're chosen not to vote. We're chosen to be like who we are by dressing in all black, by having our head covers on, or by having our war attire on, by having our fringes on, right? We're looked at as even being special. If we go out right now, if me and the brothers go out right now in our garments, or just in our fringes, we're going to stick out. We're going to look special. We're meant to be special. We're meant to be looked at as special. Why? Because we're not like them. We're not in this wicked world. We're not dressed in a two-piece black suit with a white dress shirt and a tie, going around passing out flyers, asking to come to our church on Sundays. We're not Mormons. We're not Jehovah's Witnesses, right? That's not we ain't knocking on door to door passing out these white Jesus brochures. We know that we know that Christ is black. But if we say that to our so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians in this world, they're gonna say the Most High ain't got no color. It doesn't matter, right? But they don't want to read the text. They don't want to understand the text, right? They don't want to read the black and white. All they see is white. It's a bar, right? So for thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God have chosen thee to be a special people. Who did he choose? The so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians. For what? Unto himself. You don't need no president. You don't need to go vote on April 21st, right? You don't need to be part of the Republicans or the Democrats. You don't need to be that. You don't need to consider yourself as a conservative or as a liberalist. You're just a so-called black, Latino, Native Indian man in the Israelite School University Practical Knowledge. I was about to cuss. right? You don't need to wake up early in the morning to go vote. You don't need to do that, right? Your governor, right? Your man, actually, the man that's put in place is the Commander General Yohana, right? You follow him, right? He's the man that's put in place in command, right? To teach us this truth. In order for us to be worthy enough to make it into the kingdom. We're not worshiping Commander General Yohana, right? But there always been a hierarchy. There always been the Most High always put a man in place, and that man that's in place is Commanding General Yohana. He ain't gonna come to your church in a Benz or a Bentley. He ain't gonna come to your church in a Gucci suit and some Gucci shoes. Even though ain't nothing wrong with that, he ain't gonna come to your church like that. He ain't even gonna come to the church. Actually, if he comes to the church, he comes to the church to cut your ass, to let you know that what you preaching, that what you teaching, right, is not of Christ, man. That's what's gonna happen. He's not gonna tell you to close the doors, right? Because we know in the Israelite School Universal Practical Knowledge that we're supposed to give our tithes. We understand the meaning of giving tithes, right? We understand the meaning of giving this for this building fund and that building fund, right? This is what we already understand. This is like a commandment. This is not nothing that's made up. This is not nothing to meet a quota for the first half of the year, right? We trying to put money to this kingdom so that when stuff really hit the fan, right? We have funds. Okay, we got to go here. We order to go there. Funds won't be a problem. We're not putting funds in to build a new big ass cathedral, a big building, or for this women's retreat or this men's retreat. We ain't doing none of that in here. We is one body. So for thou art an holy people unto the Most High, right power. The Most High have chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people. Above all people. So if we're supposed to be equal, right? If we're supposed to be so-called equal, why does it says in Deuteronomy 76 that we are a special people, one, and B, that somebody's supposed to be above all other people? These special people is supposed to be above all these other people. So when did equality become a thing? Put it like this: as bad as these so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians want to be equal with the oppressor doesn't want the so-called white man, the Edomite, don't want to be equal with you. The Chinese man, the Moabite, right? The white man, the East Indian, right? Them Arabs, they don't want to be equal with you. So much so that they would rather hang you on a tree. So much so that they would rather pit a Watergate in your neighborhood. And Shalaki, me and Officer Yaqua, we hit that Watergate faithfully every Saturday. Right? But it would be more to why we saw more of our people in our community serving us goddamn beef sausages and eggs and all that type of stuff, building up our community. However, they have the bravery to say we don't even know none of these. We don't know Taquan and Keyshawn and Kiara. But what we're gonna do, we're gonna build our franchise right here, and ain't nobody gonna do nothing to us. They're gonna buy our tobacco, our backwoods. We're gonna put everything in there they want. They want tobacco. They want to overly drink, right? They want all these high cholesterol, sugary foods. We're gonna do all of that. We're gonna pit it. We're gonna set up shop. We're gonna set up a franchise and get rich off of them, right? So we're supposed to be above all these other people that's on the earth, man. But here's the thing: we still want to be equal, right? We still want to be equal. Let me get Zechariah 13:8. We still want to be equal though. And this is the this is the reason, this is the outcome of being equal. All right. This is the outcome of wanting to be equal. Right? Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yashar Barakatah, Officer Carson Paul checking in. Salaki, Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yashar Barakatah, Officer 500 Yagadar checking in from Prince George, Virginia. All right. Shalom, Kenyatta from North Virginia. Shalom, sis, checking in. Shalom. Shalom, Sister Anna. Shalom, Yahweh Shema Bashim Yahweh. All right, Sister Anna in here. Sister Tawa Bob. Damn right. Shalom, Yahweh Shema Bashim Yahweh. Sister Tawa Bob in here. Yeah. Right. Damn right. I was called. Right. I was y'all called Watergate Chicken Fire Salaki. Hey, they are fired. Them damn heathens making our sending our recipe. Right. So we want to be equal so much, right? We want to go vote for an oppressor so bad, right? This is what we want to do, right? But there's always an effect to our actions. All throughout this Holy Bible, right? The children of Israel, has always been a cause and an effect to the decisions that we have done, that we have made, right? There's always been a cause and an effect, right? So in this case, in Zechariah 13:8, it says, "And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Most High, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, and 2/3 shall be left therein." 2/3 of our people gonna be cut off, man. What's 2 divided by 3? Who can give me that in the chat? What's 2 divided by 3? 2 divided by 3. "And it shall come to pass that in all the land, said the Most High, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die. But the 3rd shall be left therein." What's 2 divided by 3? What my math people at? 2 divided by 3.
Salaki.
Uh-huh.
That's a crazy number, but I'm gonna read it for you. It's a crazy number. It's a 6 6 6 6 6 6 6.
Oh, you about to summon something, Salaki. You about to summon something, ain't you? Everybody clutch your pearl.
Man.
Right?
I didn't even want to read it.
And look, 2/3 is 0.66 repeated number percent, right? 0.66% of our people, man, that the Most High, he gonna slay. You don't want to be part of that 2/3. You don't want to be part of that 2/3, man. That's over half. Half is 50%. If we're talking 100. Say 100, 100 is complete. This is complete number is 100. Half of 100 we know is 50, but goddamn, 66%. There's 16 numbers. There's 16 up from 50. There's 16 more. So over half of our people, right, is going to be slain. Why? Because they want to go vote. Why? Because they want to be part of this Christian church. Why? Because they're just coming off of Ramadan. They starved themselves for a whole goddamn month, right? And now they think they're just some new creatures, right? Whatever the hell, and that's what they do. They starve themselves for a whole month. They're gonna be part of that 66%. Your Christian pastor gonna be part of that 66%. That Buddhists, they're gonna be part of 66%. Hinduism, part of 66%. Zoroastrianism, part of 66%. The monks that y'all was stopping the car for to let them in their car, let them in your car. Yeah, then we part of 66%. They're gonna be included in that 66% plus us, but not the people that's in this Israelite school of universal practical knowledge, right? We know better, for we know what we worship. We know what we worship. We know that we're special, and we know that we're above all people, right? We know that, right? We're so much better than these other people. We're so much better and above these other people. Salaki, can you take me to Mark 7:27, please? Bob Kashar. We're so much, we're better than the 66%. We're overly qualified to be, we are the bloodline that's supposed to be in the kingdom. We are the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians. We are the true blood, right? Right? So this how much that we are above, right, all these people that the Most High put us above, right? Here's an example in the New Testament, right? We're not just no Old Testament Bible readers. That myth is gone, right? We go from old to apocrypha to new. Mark 7:27 in the New Testament, right? So we got something in red, right? We got something in red. And we all know and we know who's speaking that's in red, but you know, for a straggler that's watching right now, or for someone that just clicked the link, click this link because it was on their algorithm, because they've been watching a lot of Captain Cesariak Car Chronicles and his live debates, and this just so happened to be on their algorithm, right? If something is written in red in this Bible, what does it mean? Who's speaking? It's an easy question. It's a layup. I know my sister Tyler Bob, she in there, she in the building. This you know, right? Sister Tyler Bob, she in there. So I already know her participation, she gets 100 every time. Every time her participation grade is 100. Know what I'm saying? What we at with it? What does it mean if something is written in red? If something is written in red, what does that mean? And Dan Wright also calls a part. That's almost everyone, 66%. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to be part of that. We striving. We striving to not be part of that 66%. I'm striving every day. Dan Wright, Truth McCall Yala, right? Christ is speaking, right? But Yahushua said unto her, we're going to figure out who this her is, right? Christ is speaking. Damn right, Sister Donna. Damn right. But Yahushua said unto her, let the children first be filled, right? For it is not meet to take the children's bread, and in addition to this, to cast it unto the dogs. God damn. There's a whole bunch of metaphors going on right here, right? See, I'm putting my teacher hat on, right? See, we know we have, in this Bible, we have similes, right? And we have metaphors, right? Now, we know similes and metaphors, they mean almost the same thing, right? But what a simile is a comparison of two things using like or as. With the metaphor, it is comparing things without using like or as, right? So in this instance, right, Yahushua is showing a distinction between children and dogs. He's metaphorically speaking, right? Right? He's showing a comparison, if in some sort, right? Damn right, sister, talk about Christ speaking, right? So there is a distinction. Children of Israel, right? One, and dogs, right? Who are the dogs? Who are the dogs? We have children of Israel, so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians, and we have dogs. Who are the dogs? Who are the dogs? Y'all know I like participation. You know, I'm really an educator in the world, not boasting, but I like participation, right? And I like a lot of interaction. So we know that children of Israel is the so-called blacks, Latino, Native, and Native Indians. But who are the dogs? Darren Rice is talking about the other nations. Let's put a name on these other nations, because someone that's probably watching this on their algorithm, they're probably like, okay, other nations. Okay, what you talking about? Italy, France? Those are other nations. Germany? I mean, what you saying? I mean, what do we mean? Let's be more intentional with our answers. Yes, you're totally right, Jim McCall, right? Other nations. Yes, Sister Raya, everyone else. But let's put a name. Let's start naming these other nations. Let's water it down for the people that's watching this video. Who are these other nations? Right? Who is everyone else? Right? Who is everyone else? Right? Let's put a name to these other nations. Races outside the 12 tribes. Let's name them. We got Esau. Who is Esau? I don't know who Esau is. Who is Esau? Who is Ham? I don't know who they is. Y'all being too smart for me tonight.
Select.
White people. White people. Yeah, white people. Yeah, we got some other ones in there. Damn right, white people. Right? Because I don't know who Esau is. I'm just watching this. Who the hell is Esau? Okay, the white man. Damn right, sister. Now the goddamn white man. Right? Who else we got? We got Ham. I don't know who Ham is. Damn right, sister. Talking about them damn Africans, the musty ass onion Africans. Right? We got them. Those, and you know what? It's crazy that you say Africans, because these so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Indians in the world, they like to say that we are African American and that we are actually one with the Africans, not knowing if you do some contextual history, some research, right? You read books like Babylon Timbuktu, or if you just read about the transatlantic slave trade, these Africans was the ones that actually gave us up into slavery. They say they ain't us. They don't got big noses and big lips like us, right? Right? They don't got that like us, right? We are not Africans. We are not from Ham. We are from Shem. Christianity would say that we are from Ham. No, we're not Africans. We only went to that part because we knew that we could blend in with them, because we was escaping from captivity, right? That's why we went into an area where we will synchronize better in, will blend in, but will camouflage better in, right? We ain't gonna camouflage no goddamn Caucasus Mountains. We gonna stick out like a sore thumb, right? So damn right, white man, them damn Africans, the Asians, the Chinese, the Arabs, yeah, those are the other nations. Those are the dogs. Those are the dogs, right? Let the children first be filled, for it is not meet to take the children's bread and cast it into the dogs, right? Now, Salakia, one moment. I got to check on my son. My son right here. Salakia, one moment. Salakia.
Shalom, Israel, with the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. And you know what time it is. It's the Lord's 57th annual Passover, and it's going to be held in Houston, Texas on April 4th. Don't forget, bring your family, bring your friends, because this is going to be the time that so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans can come under one roof in one house and to serve the Lord. It's that time. $200 per person. Don't forget, over the age of 17. Don't forget the Lord's Passover. It's coming.
Kingdoms ours, all the heathens forbidden. The chosen bow down to no one. It was written.
So like I was muted. My bad. So like, all right. So let's get back to it. Mark 7:27. Yahushua said unto her, "Let the children first be filled, for this reason." The conjunction for means for this reason. It's a reason why. It's a reason why the children should be first, right? So let the children first be filled. Why? Because it is not meet to take the children's bread and cast it into the dogs, right? You know, if you want to water this down even more, right? You know, if we have pets in here, right? I know some of us had a pet, or we currently have a pet, and if we done eating our chicken, but we ain't gonna give our dog the whole Wingstop chicken. We ain't gonna give our dog the whole Korean barbecue chicken. You know, we ain't gonna give the dog the whole, you know, pizza or whatever the case may be. We're gonna give him the crust. We're gonna give him the bone. Let him chew on the bone. Right? He can't eat what we eat. They can't eat what we eat. Right? They can't get this whole chicken. They can't get this whole turkey. They can get the bone though. I might be eating and a piece of my lettuce probably fell on the floor. They're gonna lick it up real quick. Right? We are not meant to be equal. Right? We're not meant to be dogs. Right? Let the children be first be filled. Right? For it is not meet to take the children's bread and cast it into the dogs. Right? Means what? Cast into the dogs mean like the Most High, Christ is showing a distinction between being superior and being less than. Right? He's basically telling this woman that she's less than the children. She's less than this. She's not worthy of getting a whole loaf of this bread. She's worthy of a crumb. Right? This sorrow-facetious woman is basically saying, right? Yes, I'm a dog. Let's go to verse 28, Bob Kashah, if I could. All right. So this is verse 28. So after Christ is basically showing the distinction between being superior and you just being a subhuman, you just being 3/5 of a person, right? You're not even the whole person. Christ basically got them 3/5 of a man. Her. What's that? The Louisiana Compromise, something like that. 3/5 of a man, right? He's basically doing that to her. Like, you're not even the whole person. You 3/5 of a person, right? And she answered. So after Christ calling her a damn dog, right? And she's a female as that, so you already know what a female dog is. So he's calling her a dog, and she answered and said unto him, "Yes, Lord." Yes, Lord. Yet the dogs under the table eat of the children's crumbs. What is she basically saying? And means in addition to. Now, the conjunction and means in addition to. In addition to what Christ just said. And means in addition to. So she said, and she answered and said unto him. Who is him? Christ. Yes, Lord. Yet the dogs under the table eat of the children's crumbs. What is she basically saying? What is she basically saying?
So like,
Uh-huh.
she acknowledging first that she is a dog. She's acknowledging that she's a dog, and she's also letting him know that, listen, we'll take the crumbs, the leftovers that y'all got for us.
Hey, Salakia.
She's in compliance.
She been saying, yes, Lord, damn right. Yes, Lord, I'm a dog. How many of us heard of Gucci Man? How many of us heard of Gucci Man? Right? I'm pretty sure we heard of Gucci Man. You know, how many of us heard of the song I'm a Dog? I'm a dog, I'm a dog, I'm a dog, I'm a dog. That's basically what she's saying to Christ. She's basically saying, Christ, I am a dog. I'm a dog. You saying I'm a dog, Christ, but goddamn it, so be it. I am a dog. I'm a dog, I'm a dog, I'm a dog. Right? That's what she basically saying. Yes, I am a dog, sir. Yes, Adawan, I am a dog. Please feed me crumbs. Right? Damn right, says Rod, she's not worthy, right? So damn right. So she's acknowledging that yes, she is a dog, right? And she's acknowledging that she ain't even worthy of a whole crumb, right? Of a whole loaf of bread. Right? So for this, so she's saying, yes, I'm a dog, right? Yes, I am beneath you. I'm not equal to you. I am beneath you, right? I'm beneath you. And her words and her saying was, I am a dog. I am beneath the children. I am beneath the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians. I am beneath them, right? Now, listen to this. Now, she didn't get a piece of a loaf. She got a crumb. She got an EBT card, right? That's what she got. She got a crumb, right? That's all she was worthy of, just a crumb, just a little piece, right? How many of us back in the day? I don't know what type of games, greedy food games y'all played back in the day, right? But Salaki, but it was a game, right? That if one of our friends asked if they could get some candy, we will actually count out some. So if it was some chips, okay, SOME. Normally, if somebody has some chips, bro, hold your hand open. We're gonna just dump this in your hand, right? But we were just so tight and so frugal and just wanted our snacks because we want to be filled more than them. Okay, you want some M&Ms? Okay, here you go. At 1 for S, 2 for O, 3 for M, and 4 for E. You just get some. You want some? We just gonna just give you some, right? This is what she was just worthy of. Just some. She was worthy of counting how many crumbs that she was going to get, right? She was worthy of just a frugal amount, a punitive amount, and that punitive amount was a crumb, right? This woman was not an Israelite. And we know that this woman wasn't an Israelite because if she was an Israelite, she would have got what? A whole loaf of bread. It would have been nothing. There you go. You eat, you get filled, right? But this woman was not an Israelite. And she wasn't even given the same treatment of the Israelites, right? That Ralph Jarvis said that's tight as hell, man. That's tight as hell. You counting out some SOME. There you go. You got some, bro. Leave me alone. The hat fries. SOME. There you go. Go about your day. Right? So if Christ was so loving, right? If Christ was so loving, as Christians would say, right? He would have gave her a what? A loaf of bread, because he wouldn't have seen no color, right? He wouldn't have seen no color. He wouldn't have seen no gender. But no, Christ did see color. He did. He did understand. He understood that this woman was not an Israelite. He understood that this woman was not equal to him and to the Israelites. Right? This proves right here that Christ right here, he wasn't what your Christian pastor talking about. Right? He didn't let the white man come in and be synchronized with him, or this Samaritan, this Syrophoenician woman, right? Synchronized with him and his children, or not him and his children, but him and the other Israelites. He knew that there was a distinction, that there was a difference. He knew that he wasn't equal, that she wasn't equal, right? She knew that. He knew that. Salaki, he knew that, right? And then again, a Christian would be like, well, neither Jew or Greek, It doesn't matter. We all are one. We all are one, right? But in those times, right? In those times, Israelites were Hellenistic Jews, right? We were in captivity with the Greeks, right? Let me get if I could, Bob Kashah, let me get the definition of a Hellenistic Jew. If I could, Salaki. I know it's kind of on the spot, right? I know it's kind of on the spot. Could Bob Kashah get the definition of a Hellenistic Jew? What is a Hellenistic Jew? We got a Syrian. We got this Jew, this Jew, that Jew, this Jew, that Jew. What is a?
I got it right here for you, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Zondervan, Compact Bible Dictionary. Page 223. Hellenists, Jews who made Greek their tongue, and with it often adopted Greek ideas and practices.
God damn. What does that sound like? That sound like the so-called Black, Latino, and Native Indian right now in America, right? A Hellenistic Jew, right? A Hellenistic Jew is a person living in Hellenistic times, just like what Officer Yaqub said, who was Greek in language, right? I see you, Sister Talbov. Greek in language, outlook, and way of life, but was not Greek in ancestry. So we could be in America, but we not America. We could be Americans, but we not from America. We're Americans because we live in America, right? We have no because of our captivity that we're in. We have no choice. No choice. Even if we don't want to abide by these rules, we still live under these constitutional rules. Even though as bad as we hate the goddamn white man, just as bad as we hate all these other nations, we can't just go out and just unalive them. Because there's just one extra priest that's being taken off the street and put behind bars. There's just one extra priest that would not be able to help bring in these so-called Black, Latino, Native Indians in this world. I mean, it might be a different assignment in the prisons, but we need all the priests and prophets that Commander General Yohana has raised up to bring these people out and wake these people up in this goddamn truth, right? We can't just go out here and just be all free willing. We can't just go out here and just carry these automatics, these handguns like it ain't nothing, and not expect for no repercussions or something to happen. We can't do that, right? We can't do that. I mean, if you want to be technical about it, I'm pretty sure we saw the video of the inmate, right? That was in prison, right? Politely asking this correction officer, can he go this place? Kindly politely asking this CO, this Edomite, this white CO, right? Politely, hey, why am I doing? Why you? Can I just need to go here? Can I go here? Why are you doing this? You don't need to do this. Stop saying that. Why are you talking to me in this manner? I'm not. Excuse me, man. I'm not talking to you like this. Why are you bringing this energy on me? Push come to shove. You disobeying a lawful order. I'm not disobeying a lawful order. I'm doing this. I'm doing it. Can I go speak to his? Can you bring your supervisor? Can you bring your supervisor out? I need help because how the way you handling me right now is not the way. Doing all of that, even being in prison, right? He's still getting oppressed, still getting pepper sprayed, right? Still getting tasered, right? Still having to defend himself, defend his pride, defend his demeanor, right? Because of a damn oppressor want to make something that is not. Now he done put hands and feet on him. Now all you see in her damn body cam is the bottom of his foot. All you hear is his grunt of him whooping ass. Salakia. Give me one in the chat if y'all know the video that I'm talking about. I don't want to seem like I'm just talking in thin air right now. Give me a one in the chat if you know the video, right? That I'm talking about of this inmate putting hands and feet on that one, but two officers. She called for goddamn backup, and he put hands and feet on her too, on them too, right? All because he was politely asking, right? Know what I'm saying? All because he was politely asking, hey, excuse me, this and the third, right? Sister Amadar said two, but I'm going to, hey sis, all you got to do is go on YouTube and look up the inmate that beat up the officer. Of course, they're going to pick that out. You know what I'm saying? Right? So, a Hellenistic Jew is a person, right, living in Hellenistic times who was Greek in language, outlook, and way of life, but was not Greek in ancestry, right? So we're not all one. We're not equal, right? So now, take me to prove this, take me to 2 Maccabees 6:1, Bob Kashaw, if you could. Take me to 2 Maccabees 6:1, right? Right? Okay. So this is 2 Maccabees 6:1, right? So it says, not long after this king sent an old man of Athens, right, to compel the Jews to depart of the laws of their fathers and not live after the laws of God. So this is us being under this Greek captivity, right? We were compelled, right? Before I expound on compel, because compel is a heavy word. What does compel mean? What does compel mean? So not long after this, the king sent an old man of Athens to compel the Jews. What does the word compel mean? The word compel. The word compel. What does the word compel mean? And if you don't know what the word compel means, if you don't have a dictionary, if you don't have a Merriam-Webster dictionary, if you don't have a Xander Bible dictionary, right? Make an inference. Make an inference on the word compel, right? Now, y'all know inference is my favorite word. Inference means what? To make an educated guess based off of information that's given. So, Sister Amadah, she said what? Compel means to force someone. Damn right, sis. Get this in the hand. Compel means to force someone to do something. Ah, okay. So under this Greek captivity, right? Right? So after this, the king sent an old man of Athens. We know Athens is in Greece to compel the Jews to what? Force the Jews apart from the laws of their fathers. What do you mean from the laws of their fathers? If you mean you should know who our forefathers is. Who are our forefathers? And damn right, about force or trying to persuade someone to do something. Damn right. Damn right, Sister Anna. Force pressure. You force pressure to do something. Damn right. Get them sisters a hand. Coming in strong. Right? So compel means to force. So this force you, right? To depart from the laws of their fathers. Now, who are the fathers of the Jews? Who are these fathers that they're talking about in this scripture? That it's talking about. I want to see there that it's talking about in this scripture. Who are the fathers that it's talking about in Second Maccabees 6:1? This is a layup. I know this layup. This ain't no hard question. This is a layup. Who are the fathers that they're talking about in Maccabees 6:1? And Shalom, how about Shabakata, young man Jamir checking in from Virginia Beach, Virginia. Damn right, brother. Who are the fathers that they talking about in the scripture? Who are the fathers? I already know. I know Officer Yaquab know, right? I know he know. He just taking. He just sitting down, just letting everybody. I know he know. I know a lot of y'all in here know too. Damn right, Sister Bob, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Right? Damn right. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Those are the fathers. So okay, let's rewind real quick. So Second Maccabees 6:1 says this. Compel, we know compel means to force the Jews to depart, means to go away from the laws of their fathers. We know fathers is what? Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. And that lived after the law of the Most High God. Right? So this man, the king sent this old man to get these so-called black, to get these Jews, right? To get these Hellenistic Jews, right? He was getting these Hellenistic Jews to depart from what was being taught from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and to not even serve the Most High, right? Right? Let me get that. Let me skip down to Second Maccabees 6:6. Bob Kishon. Let me get that precept real quick. Jump down to 6 and 6. Okay. Who do we consider Gentiles in America? This is not our land. This is not us. It's not even our language. English is not our language. That's why it's stressed, right? It's stressed for brothers and sisters around the Israelite School University Practical Knowledge to study the Hebrew, right? To be a part of the Lashwan Kodash classes, right? To study these things it's important for us off of these priests and prophets in here to make sure that we is Tawab on our Lashwan Kodash, that we is Tawab on our Hebrew, that we is Tawab on our prayers. Yeah, we're gonna mess up, right? Because we're not used to speaking this every day. But it's lawful. It is required by law for us to understand and read the Hebrew, to read the ancient, the Assyrian, right? For us to be familiar with this, because that is our native language, original language, right? So so we were forced, right, to stop serving the Most High, right? So much so it says neither, right? It was lawful. Neither it wasn't lawful for a man to keep Sabbath days or ancient fasts. It was unlawful for us to perform the Abadah Shabbat, the Sabbath. It would be times we will probably get slain. We will no, it ain't probably. We will be unalived for for doing the Avodah Shabbat on Saturdays. We will get unalived for having to check in, for being tawab for the Sabbath day, right? Neither was it lawful for a man to keep the Sabbath days, or ancient fasts, or the Day of Atonement. We couldn't do that. No, what you doing? You serving you ain't supposed to be serving your God. No, you're supposed to be doing this of what Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob bestowed upon Israel. No, what you doing? Right? Or right to profess. Profess means what? Or to claim, or to identify himself at all to be a Jew. No, no. You said Christ is black. No, what? The Most High is black. What? Yeah. Bring me his head. I want his head. You don't believe in that no more. You were forced, right, to stop serving the Most High. This is where the Stockholm syndrome originated. This is where this is where the fear. This is the root of the fear of how the fear began in the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians, because we weren't willing to be unalived for what we believed in. Now, Maccabees was if you know who Maccabees is, you know. But a lot of our so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians during this time period, they did not want to be unalive. They not want to be unalive for serving the Most High. So they adopted the ways. Okay, if all I got to do is stop serving the Most High on the Sabbath day, I don't want to be unalive. I'm gonna stop doing it. If I can't, okay, so I don't got to fast no more. I mean, I be hungry as hell anyway. I don't got to fast for 24 hours no more. I ain't got to do that. Pfft, pass me the pork chop. I've been wanting to see how that tastes anyway. Pass me the crab and the shrimp. I've been wanting to see how that tastes anyway. The calamari. I've been waiting to see how that tasted anyway. Man, pass me the oysters and the clams. I've been waiting to see how that tastes. Right? Or to profess himself at all to be a Jew. You know what? You know what? I don't think it's a bad idea for me to, marry a Edomite. I don't think it's that bad for me to wanna marry me a Ethiopian. I don't think it's half bad. I don't think it's half bad for me to do that. I've been wanting to try something else anyway for a long time. Right? I've been wanting to go against I just want to see how it is to go against the grain for a long time. If it ain't right, I get back to serve the Most High. He'll understand. All I gotta do is pray and say, Lord, forgive me. Speaking some tongues. I'll be all right. I've been wanting to do this for a long. I just want this to see how it is for a long time. Right? Right? So like let me get the one in the chat if you understand what's going on right now. I don't just want to be like a fart in the wind, man. Give me one in the chat if you understand what's going on right now. Right? Right? I mean, I've been waiting to not have to drive and come to the school, you know, because I got to be here just for an hour and 30 minutes. I've been waiting for just not to do that no more. I've been waiting for just, I mean, I'm only here for an hour. I got only here for an hour 30. I'm trying to 2 hours away. I got to catch an Uber to get shit. I don't want to do this no more. I'm glad I ain't got to do this no more. I'm glad I don't got to do the Day of Atonement no more. I'm glad. I be thirsty as hell, man. Dang. I can't have no water, man. Shoot. Man, shoot. I ain't got to do Passover. Oh man. You mean to tell me I ain't got to travel from this part and travel 15,000 miles to the other part of the world? I ain't got to do that no more. It stay in my. That joint was costing me anyway. That joint, I don't know how I was gonna make it anyway. That joint was costing me anyway. I ain't got to do this every time. I got kids. I'm taking this $500,000 out of my kids' mouth. You know, shoot, I really might get mad at me if I go and shit here. I don't think I can take off work for this. For Passover? I don't think I can take off work for this one. I need the money. I'm behind. Y'all don't understand my struggles. You don't understand, right? That's that Passover demon. That's that Passover demon that Captain Dr. Zop be talking about every year around this time. That's that Passover demon, right? It always sneak up around this time. My car ain't working no more. I'm behind on my rent and my bills, even though that's the thing that actually happens. That's that Passover demon, right? I can't do this. I can't do that. I'm in the school, but my rib ain't in the school. But my husband not in the school. But I'm in the school though. I don't know how that's gonna mix. I don't know if he can handle me leaving for 3, 4, 5 days. I don't know if she can handle me leaving for 3 or 4, 5 days without seeing each other. I don't know. So you mean to tell me I can stop doing this? I can stop professing of being a Jew. I can stop doing this. I don't need to be circumcised. Oh, that joint was gonna hurt anyway. I'm too old to be getting circumcised. Whew. Right? Let me get Matthews 15 and 24 about Kashaw. That's that demon. That's that demon. Can't allow it to happen. Right? I'm still in the spirit of last Passover. Jimmy Hyman, Osman Tazar and others know. Jimmy Hyman, he did a video, and he was in a wooded area. This is when we was going to Atlanta, Georgia. Passover was in Atlanta, Georgia. He was in a wooded area, and you could tell that he been walking or working out or something like that. He had on like a face, but you saw the background. You saw him having his phone in his hand. He said, Passover coming up. I can't wait to see you brothers and sisters, you beautiful brothers and sisters. The children, I can't. You know what I'm saying? And I understand, if some people can't make it, Know what I'm saying? I understand some people can't make it. But in his words, I would rather die than not make it to the Passover. Because this is a lawful order. This is something this is not a I guess I would do it type of thing. This is lawful. This is what you're supposed to do, right? I would rather die than to not make it here. Because I know I'm supposed to be here. I know that even through all, so like I know that even through all the turmoil that I might go through, all everything that I might go through, right? But I know if I get to the Passover, I'm Tawab. It seems like all your problems go away when you're at the Passover. They just go away. Like everything that was a problem before you got there, it's gone now. You there now. You seeing all your brothers, all your sisters, seeing everybody you've seen in a while, right? Seem like now all of a sudden the bills can be on a payment plan now. Seem like now your deposit just been made now. You ain't got to pay the deposit no more. It's been matter of fact, you're gonna pay the deposit, you're gonna get it right back. It's like damn. I didn't even spend that much. I didn't even spend that much money. I mean, the most money I spent was lunch because I ate breakfast I ate continental breakfast at the hotel. Ain't have to spend money for breakfast. And then if I don't have continental breakfast at my hotel, I know somebody else. My brothers, I can link up with them, go to their hotel. I'm walking in there, just go eat breakfast with them. Ain't got to worry about breakfast. I probably ain't really got to worry about lunch. I ain't got to worry about getting around. I know brothers and sisters got rental cars. I could catch a ride with them. Can't nobody ride dolo by themselves anyway. If I don't have a room, if I don't have the funds to even get a room, I know if I just make it there, I can room with if I'm a brother, I can room with my brother. If I'm a sister, I can room with my sister. I can do that. I ain't gotta worry about that. Right? So this is Matthew 15 and 24. Right? This is Matthew 15 and 24. And we already know, we already established this for the person that's just clicking on this link, that just the algorithm just hit you. We know that anything that's in red, Christ is speaking. So he said, but he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. I am not sent, but means a difference, means a contrast. But unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. I'm not sent for the other nations. We know that the house of Israel is 12 tribes, right? We know that. I'm not sent for them. I'm not sent for them other nations. I'm only sent for the lost sheep of Israel, those 12 tribes. I'm sent for them, right? I'm not sent for the Edomite, Esau, white man. I'm not sent for the East Indians, the Moabites, Ammonites, right? I ain't sent for the Chinese, Japanese. I ain't sent for them. I ain't sent for the Hawaiians, right? I ain't sent for them. I ain't sent for Ham, Japheth. I'm sent for Shem. That's who I'm sent for. That bloodline. Them Israelites. I'm sent for them. Right? In Matthew 15:24, Christ said that I am not sent. He's saying I am not sent for the Caucasian, the Indian, the Chinese, the Japanese, the Hawaiian, the African, right? But the but shows the contrast. But the lost sheep of the house of Israel, right? Right? Christ was only sent for the children of Israel, right? That's what he was only sent for. Now, Salaki, Now take me to Galatians 3 and 29, right? Because this is gonna nip the bud in of the we all are one. It's gonna nip that Christianity out the window, that we all are equal. Because being equal is not an option, right? If you aspiring to be a trooper or a sister in the home of the truth, not in Sakari, not in Sons of Thunder, House of David, Wisdom of Truth, whatever these other ones are, the IUIC, right? Right? If you're aspiring to be a young man or a sister in the home of the truth, established in 1969, right? You are to know that you're not equal with these other you ain't equal to being a white man. Now you might understand what was that, the bomb that bombed their school. What was it? I know that her name was Ruby. You might understand why that happened. And I'm probably butchering it, but I know somebody here can correct me. When they bombed that girl's school in Oklahoma, right? You might could understand why that happened. You might could understand why Martin Luther King got underlined. You might could understand why Malcolm X got underlined. You might could understand that these leaders that was put into place, it never worked. Right? You might could understand this. We was never meant to be equal. Right? Somehow, some way, somebody had to unalive them. The person had to unalive them. Right? These pastors and these quote unquote prolific leaders out here trying to fight for equality, and the whole time you just walk into a right. So this is Galatians 3 and 29. This right, ye be Christ, then ye are Abraham's seed. And according to being Christ, and according to being Abraham, in addition to being Abraham's seed, and heard according to the promise. Right? Who was the promise given to? Who's the promise given to? Right? Because this is gonna cut out the we all are one, we all are the same, we are Gentiles, this is gonna cut out all of that. Cut out all of that. Israel, the Israelites, the promise was given to Israel. The promise was given to the Israelites. That's who the promise was given to. Right? It wasn't given to no one else. Now you can understand why don't butcher me here, right? But now you can understand why Sandra Macy went through what she went through. Mike Brown, right? George Floyd. You might can understand why these so-called blacks brothers these atrocious deaths, right? Because the person that unallowed them, the people that unallowed them, was a damn white man. They ain't have no remorse. But let it be another race. Let it be their same race. Or shit, let it be another race that was in that same predicament. They're gonna tase them. The last thing they're gonna do is tase them. They're gonna wrestle with them. You know what I'm saying? This damn everybody gonna spit on them and everything, cuss them out, punch them in the face and everything. They ain't gonna reach for their gun, right? They do everything in their power not to unalive them, but soon as they see us, it's a free body, right? So the promise was was given to the Israelites. The promise was only given to Israel, right? Now, Salaki, take me to Romans 9:3. All right, I know I'm jumping, I know I'm hopping, but take me to Romans 9:3, Baba Kishah, right? Da, 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 da. I'm gonna read down to 5. All right. So so this Romans 9:3. I'm gonna read down to 5. All right, my stopping point gonna be 5. All right. So for I could wish that myself accursed from Christ, and this Paul speaking, for my brethren, my kinsmen according to the flesh. My kinsmen according to the flesh. Keep going. Bob Kashaw. My kinsmen who are according to the flesh, who are Israelites. Right? This that precept for Galatians 3:29. You want to use that, right? Who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption. In addition to this, the glory. And in addition to this, the covenants. And in addition to this, the giving of the law. And in addition to this, the service of the Most High. And in addition to this, the promises. Right? So this promise, Paul said it. This promise, right, was given to his kinsmen, which are of the flesh, which are who? Israelites, to whom pertain the adoption and the glory. Notice I kept saying in addition to, because and means in addition to, and the glory, and the covenants, and the giving of the 600 plus laws, and the service of the Most High, and the key word, promise. The promise, right? Verse 5, Baba Kishah. Whose are the fathers, and whom, as concerning the flesh, Christ came. The flesh, Christ came, right? The doctrine, no. The flesh that Christ came. The faith, no. The flesh that Christ came. The belief, no. The flesh that Christ came. The flesh that Christ came, right? This verse just said, right, that our beloved Paul, your beloved Paul, Christian, right? All our beloved Paul, right, said Christ only came for the Israelites, right? Whose are the fathers of, and of whom, as concerning the flesh, Christ came, who is over all, Most High, blessed forever. Amen. Right? He just said Christ only came for the Israelites. Right? The same writer of Romans, right, is the same writer of Galatians. Right? So he's not schizophrenic. The same writer of Romans is the same writer of Galatians. Right? So what he's saying to the people in Rome is what? Is that he said that the people in Galatians are slacking. So what he's saying to the people in Rome is what he said to the people in Galatia, which is Galatians, right? Salvation is only for who? Israel. So we're not equal. Right? I gave you Deuteronomy 7:6 just to warm you up. Right? And since we in Romans, and I'm about to jump just a quick a couple more times. Since we in Romans, give me Romans 9:13, Baba Kashah. Right? Romans 9:13. Right? Cup of milk for you. Right? This still Paul, right? As it is written, Yaquab. And that's how you say Jacob also Yaquab. Am I Tawab? Okay, I'm just trying to make sure that my Hebrew is Tawab, because you know this past Sabbath we was reading our names and stuff. Now I'm saying in Hebrew, and I just want to make sure my Hebrew was Tawab. Okay, all right. So I am Tawab. Okay, cool. So as it is written, Jacob, Yaquab, have I loved. Right? And we all know who Jacob is, right? But in contrast, but Esau, we know who Esau is, have I hated. We ain't meant to be equal. Salvation ain't for them. Salvation ain't for Esau. Salvation ain't for Joel Osteen. What's that white preacher name? That white lady. Her that I forgot her name. She daggone. She had a she carried herself like a. She had a little shortcut. I forgot the white lady name. She was a preacher though. But her. Yeah, these white preachers, man. The 700 Club, the channel that you see, the network 700 Club, and it ain't meant for them pastors, them Christian, them oppressors, them heathens, right? Joyce Myers, damn right, Deborah, the Slaka. Joyce Myers, that's her name. Ain't meant for her. Most I hated her. Hate Joel Osteen too. Give me the verse. I mean, since we right here, verse 14, Baba Kashar, if I could. So what shall we say then? Paul said, what shall we say then? He's saying that we don't hate the white man. So what shall we say then? Christian pastor. What shall we say then? Marvin Sapp. What shall we say then? Donna McClurkin. What shall we say then? Jamal Brown. What shall we say then? Creflo Dollar. Give me some more. I'm on the roll right now. Let me see how much can I keep going. What shall we say then? Bishop Church right there up the street from the school, Mount Carmel Baptist Church. What shall we say then? It ain't there to bail it no more. I forgot. They got the new daddy, the United House of Prayer, that big white church that's right there up the street from the school. I forgot his name already. What shall we say then? Pastor Mark Moore Jr. What shall we say then? He's the Christ. Paul is, you know, as is written, Jacob have I loved. That's what Christ said. This is what the Most High said. Esau have I hated. So what shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with God? Is there unrighteousness with the Most High? Is the Most High lying? Is he telling a fib? Is he just joshing me right now? God forbid. Hell no. Nah. This ain't no damn lie. It's the goddamn truth. This ain't nothing to be played with. Right? This ain't, and listen, you come into the Israelite School University practice knowledge, ain't nobody in here playing church. We ain't James Browning over the podium in the school. We ain't slick with our feet. The only thing we doing, we Shema Barak, Zastep, right? That's all we doing. Right turn, SAR. Left turn, SAR. That's all we doing. Know what I'm saying? We ain't over here there going. I can feel it across the damn podium. I got the feeling, right? We ain't doing none of that. So what shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with God? Hell no. God forbid. He ain't lying. Right? He ain't lying. Ain't no equality here. Right? Take me to Amos 3:1, Bobby Kashaw. I'm going around. I want to smack in the face with this Bible so hard, so bad. Right? We've been out of camp for like a good month. I don't know. I think I got something to say. I think I might do a live, Officer Yaquab. Shit. Gosh, man, I got a little backed up, man. Shit. Salakia. Right? This Amos 3:1, right? Hear this word, right? That the Most High has spoken against you. Who? O children of Israel. What is he saying? Against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt. Saying what? What he say in verse 2? What he say? What he say in verse 2? Right? Hear this word means to listen. Right? Hear this word that the Most High has spoken to you, O children of Israel. Who the children of Israel? The 12 tribes. What is he saying? Against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt. Saying what? What is he saying in verse 2? You only have, I know, of all the families of the earth, right? You 12 tribes. You the only 12 tribes. You is the only ones that I have known, right? Of all the families of the earth, of all the other families don't matter to me, right? You the only family that I'm worried about. You the only special group of people that I've chosen that I'm worried about. So therefore, guess what? I'm going to punish you for all your iniquities. I'm going to punish you for voting. I'm going to punish you for going to church on that Sunday and really thinking that you're feeling something in there. I'm going to punish you for that. I'm going to punish you for not keeping the Sabbath days. I'm going to punish you for not wearing your fringes. I'm going to punish you for not being circumcised. I'm going to punish you for not giving your tithes. I'm going to punish you, right? For eating that pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster, and oysters, and calamari. I'm going to punish you for that. I'm going to punish you for even at least not trying to learn this Hebrew or speak this Hebrew. I'm going to punish you because you know better. You know better. One more. I actually got two more. Send me Psalms 147 and 19 by Bishop. Psalms 147 and 19, right? Because you know better. This one, I'm gonna punish you. I'm gonna punish you now. I gave you. I set the foundation now. This one I'm gonna punish you because why? He showeth, not sheweth. He showeth his word to Jacob. What did he show to Jacob? His statutes and his judgments. He showed his laws and what? His punishments. Unto who? The Edomites. Unto who? The East Indians. No, they don't say that. It says unto Israel. It don't say unto the Ethiopian. It says unto Israel. Right? That's what it says. Right? Take this one quick little bit, Bob Kashan. One moment, Bob Kashan.
It's that time of year. We're going to be in Houston, Texas from April 1st to April 5th, celebrating the Lord's 57th annual Passover under Commanding General Yohana. Jam-packed, full of events, line dances, fishing, horseback riding, rides for the kids, bounce houses, and the annual lamb slaughter held at the BH Ranch. And it ain't no party like the all-black party, the annual all-black party. 14149 Player Street in Houston, Texas. You know it's gonna be lit. All leading up to Saturday, April 4th, the Lord's 57th annual Passover. You still got time. Go to ISUPK.com to pay your Passover fee. 18 and over, $200. You do not want to miss the Lord's 57th annual Passover. Houston, Texas. Shalom.
Damn right. We gotta get that Passover. We gotta get there. Lord's 57th annual Passover, right? So he shows these things to Jacob, right? He showed these things to Jacob. And let me get one more. Let me get for we know what we worship. Let me get that one, Bob Kashan. For we know what we worship. Let me get that, Bob Kashan, right? Let me get the one in the chat. You still here? You still understanding what's going on, man? We get one in the chat. You still know. If you still here, you know what's going on, right? Because this is the whole point that that we are not equal. Being equal is not an option. Being equal not an option, man. Right? If you feel as though that after hearing this class, after hearing this, you feel as though that you want to be equal with all these other nations, hey, Israelite School Universal Practical Knowledge ain't for you, because we know we ain't equal with these other nations. In fact, we give them to kiss our boots. Kiss the boot. Right? If you don't like that, if that's too derogatory, too rated off for you, amen. The Lord be with you. Right? So again, this is in red. Right? This is in red right here. So I know who's speaking. Right? So for ye worship, ye know not what. That Christian pastor, that them Muslims doing that old Ramadan, our so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians participating in the damn Ramadan. You don't know what you worship. Ye worship, ye know not what. You don't know what you worship. Right? For we know what we worship. Who is the we? The Israelites, so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians. We know what we worship. What we know, for salvation is of the Christians. Oh no, for salvation is of Muslims. No, for salvation is for those that wear them crystals around them necks. No, for salvation is for the monks. No, right? For salvation is of Jews, man. You worship, you know not what. That's why. So why is this heavy? It's heavy because why? It's important for you to come into the Israelite School Universal Practical Knowledge, learn these laws, learn the commandments under these generals, captains, and officers, man. It's important to come in here. Shed yourself of the world. Don't be part of that 66%. Right? You're not meant to be equal. Right? It's important to come in here and learn your true identity. Right? And to learn from these priests and prophets, man. And with that, we are the Israelite School Universal Practical Knowledge. Salakia. You got also Yaquab? Okay. Wow.
ISUPK security announcements. Well, the ISUPK started out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother and sister comes into the school, they are off limits for a year. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves of the world. They need transportation. The teacher will arrange it. After a year, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Ties, which is a commandment, Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3:8-10, means 10th in Hebrew, Ma'ashura. 10% of every penny of any increase the Most High gives you. Right? What you're going to do is you're going to go to the ISUPK.com website, look up in the top left corner, you'll see a blue button with yellow letters. It says donations and tithes. You go there, pay your donations and your tithes. All right? Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. We all know it's the Lord's Passover, man, out in Houston, Texas, man. We're gonna be getting down with that next week. Hopefully, you got all your arrangements made. You understand, and we'll see all you brothers and sisters out there. All right. Any brother want to come into the school and be a trooper? Start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants, headband, or a scarf. If a sister want to come into the school, she need to have her head completely covered and wear a modest dress. All right. And with that, men of Israel, I imagine we're gonna give the teacher with the one courtesy salute. Sisters, Yeshavi. I imagine Shabbat. I imagine Barak. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah Barakatah.
Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah Barakatum.
Yahweh Matah. We're going to saw. Face the sisters. All right. Sisters, I imagine. We're going to give the sisters one courtesy salute. Men of Israel. I imagine Shabbat. I imagine Barak. Yahweh Shemal Atah Hashem Yahweh Shah. Yahweh Matah. Class dismissed.
Shalom, Israel, with the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. And you know what time it is. It's the Lord's 57th annual Passover. And it's going to be held in Houston, Texas on April 4th. Don't forget, bring your family, bring your friends. Because this is going to be the time that so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans can come under one roof in one house and to serve the Lord. It's that time. $200 per person. Don't forget, over the age of 17. Don't forget the Lord's Passover. It's coming.
Kingdom's ours, all the heathens forbidden. The chosen bow down to no one. It was written.